to the objectives that are served while we are doing surveying. The object of surveying is to prepare a map or a plan to show the relative positions of the objects on the surface of the earth. This we have already discussed, that we need to know the points and we need to know the difference in their elevations, or the distance between them. That is the ultimate aim of our survey. The map or plan is drawn to some suitable scale. It also shows boundaries of districts, states, and countries too. It also includes details of different engineering features such as buildings, roads, railways, dams, canals, etc. I have already told you about these objectives during our intro session. So these are certain kind of map that you can see. For example, this is a hostel block. This is a ground floor plan of a boys' hostel. Okay, this is a master plan. This is this. See the increasing scale. Here you can see that we are looking into a very small area. Only a ground floor plan of a single building. Then we move on to this map. Here we are looking at several kinds of buildings. There are approximately 10 to 12 buildings. Okay, and we are looking at a master plan of a residential township. So the scale has to be increased in such cases. Okay, then we move on to a bigger plan. This is a plan of a smart city which contains many more buildings, many more facilities, amenities. So the scale has to be increased further. See, now we are looking at a plan of a much bigger area. It's the plan of Gurgaon Manesar. So here you can see very much details have been mentioned in a small scale. Okay, so we have increased the scale, and the number of features that can be seen in the map has increased. So, what are the uses of surveying? As we have discussed already, there are multiple implications there, and there are necessary implications of surveying. The surveying may be used for the following purposes: to prepare a topographical map. This is the map which is most important in the field of civil engineering. This is the map which contains all the details that are needed for an area. If, for example, if you're living in Arang, this is where our university is located. So if you're living in Arang and you want to know the topographic features of this place, so you need to go to the website of these people, and you have to find out the exact grid, exact latitude and longitude, the area which you are looking for. You have to find the grid and latitude longitude of that place, and you have to request the GSI office that, please sir, kindly provide us with the topographic map of the following grid numbers. So when you write an application, you provide the fees of, the fees ranges from 60 to 120 rupees. They provide you with the topographic map of this particular area, and when you look at that map, you get to see all very minute details. You will find every water body that is flowing through the area. You will find about the every building that is available in that place, every road, the detail of the road, the place the road which is taking you to. Even if there is a village nearby, you get to see that when are the markets that are held at that village. So, for example, if Gullu village has a market on Wednesday and Thursday, that has to be mentioned in the topographical map. So, this map requires a lot of detailed surveying, and it involves all kinds of surveying that we talk about. So, this is the map that is, the main concern that surveying is all about. To prepare a topographical map which shows hills, valleys, river, forests, villages, towns, etc. To prepare a cadastral map which shows the boundaries of fields, plots, houses, and other properties. Cadastral is basically, you can say, your tehsil maps, or you can your patwari, the maps that are used by the patwaris, the local bodies, in the local municipalities. These are your cadastral maps. In layman terms, you can say your khasra maps. Okay. To prepare an engineering map which shows the position of engineering works such as buildings, roads, railways, dams, canals, etc. So, see, these are the kind. This is your topographical map. Okay, this map includes your contour lines as well. This is your cadastral map. This is basically focused upon your townships and the fields that are cut out, the land which is divided into many parts. This focuses on this much. Okay, your river bodies might not be marked, your roads might not be marked, they might not be named, but the main concern is your land. The division of land is the main concern in this map. Then there comes the engineering map in which all the street numbers and water bodies and everything is mentioned. So, further, the users to prepare a contour map to know the topography of the area to find out the best possible site for roads, railways, bridges, reservoirs, canals, etc. So, why is this important? When we are planning for roads, when you're planning for mega projects such as railways, bridges, reservoirs, canals, so these are very big projects. Okay, so in terms of investment also, in terms of size also. So when we are talking about railways, you need to take your railways from a relatively straight path. They prefer it to speed up your trains, and the ultimate aim of the Indian Railways is also that from point A to point B they also want to reach at a faster speed, right? You might be hearing about the latest additions into your inventory, the Vande Bharat Express, the Durontos, the Rajdhanis, and the bullet train, the very ambitious project of our government. So, when we are talking about such kind of projects, they want to make sure that the topography in which this construction has to take place, it has to be sturdy, it has to be very reliable, it has to be straightforward. You cannot go on cutting down every person's home and every forest in your way. You have to make it sustainable, because the ultimate aim is your development along with carrying on the green efficiency. Okay, so, also, while construction of these railways, they want their railway tracks to be as straight as possible. Because while the trains are running at 140 or 180 at these speeds, even at lower speeds of 100 or 90, they have to slow down in the curves, because the outer rims of the wheels, they are the ones that are responsible for keeping the trains in their tracks. And when the speed is far too much high and this curvature is far too much more, there is a risk of derailing. So in every turn that they face, that the locomotive engineer faces a turn during his journey, he has to slow down the engine at a certain amount, not a very huge amount, but even that slowing down and then again accelerating, it affects the overall, the time period, also the energy consumption. So the railways want it to be as straight as possible. So to achieve this, they have to know the best topography around the region, so that they can plan accordingly. They can take the railway tracks through there. So this is what we are talking about. We have to make sure the project we are planning is in the right direction. Okay. Surveying is also used to prepare military map, geological map, archaeological map, etc. In military scenario, we need to know the places that we can place our bunkers, places we can place our posts, so that we have a good view of the enemy from far behind before they can even contact us through their weapons or their physical attributes. Okay. For setting out work and transferring details from map on the ground. So these are the basic things that we are looking into. See, this is a contour map. This is when this, see, this is the height. This 200 is the height. This 100 is the height. This might be in meters from ground level. So you can see while we are moving inwards, the height is increasing. From 200 it goes to 300 to 400 to 500. So this represents that we are going up a hill. Similarly, when we move towards here, this height might be decreasing from 100 to 200, sorry, from 500 to 400, 300, 200, and last at this point it might be 100. So, when in such scenario, this might be called a valley. Okay. So these are the implications of your contour maps. This is a military map in which certain attributes of militaries are mentioned. This is your geological map in which the anticlines, cline points, and pebbles, rocks, and different kinds cliffs are mentioned clearly. See, the red marble is here, the Purbeck marbles are here, the anticline is here, the reef is here. These are the terminologies that you will study in your subject of engineering geology. So there's that. Then we move on to archaeological map in which all the the archaeologically important places are mentioned. Okay, so these are the basic types of works that we can see during our surveying works.